Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video, and today we're going to go ahead and do a character guide on Snow. Snow just came out about a day ago or so. Time of this video going up will be a couple days since he went up, but I know this is the character that everybody's kind of looking at in this cycle. Snow is very, very good, and it just depends on what type of character you like, but he can do some really cool things for the party. He's mainly a tank type character, but he is fairly offensive. And the big thing is he has a pretty abusable burst effect, which we'll talk about in this video. Okay, so first let's go ahead and look at the spheres, and we'll look at the artifacts, and then we'll go ahead and do the showcase and show off the kit and all that. So artifacts, really easy. Just go attack 108, max brave 330 there. And then for the spheres, the A slot, so Snow does Ice Enchant, Ice and Peril on himself. So he is always basically going to be hitting weakness damage. So for the A slot, he's basically more of an offensive character. So you do want to do like attack and brave damage up. But because he hits weakness damage, you could also use weakness damage as a condition. Anytime you can hit weakness damage, in my opinion, Rydia is like the best one you can do because she's hitting brave damage and attack in one sphere. So it's 5% for each. You could go more of like a 10% attack sphere if you wanted to, or a higher brave damage sphere. But I really like Rydia, so I went ahead and I actually had an extra Rydia EX that I upgraded to get an extra spear to put on him. So I went ahead and did that there. B slot, pretty typical, just something that's maybe going to raise his attack or help the party out in some way. I just put his own on him, so just when he's targeted, it raises his attack by 10%. He has lock in his kit, so basically this is just like a permanent 10% up for him, so that's really good for just giving him attack, right? And then he does have Encouragement Keystone for the C slot, so anytime units have Encouragement Keystone, I like putting Paladin Cecil on. If you want to do, and this is going to help with Brave Gains, which is really like what he is about, and if you want to abuse him, he's about Brave Gains. So Paladin Cecil really, in my opinion, is the best in slot here. But if you want to do something where you're buffing more like attack, then you could go with like Maria, Alphanod, like those kind of other C slot ones we usually talk about. But yeah, Paladin Cecil to me is the C slot. I really like Rydia in the A slot. And then B slot's a little bit more open, but his own, I think, works just great there. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to hop in and show this guy off here. So we're going to jump in. So we're in Irvine's Lufenia here. And I'm going to bring Freya to handle the range damage sphere. And Freya's actually has Brave Gains as well, which kind of helps with Snow's kit. I will throw on anything here. Let's go that, and we will go like that. All right, so we're hopping into our showcase here. So you're going to notice Snow right away just does a follow-up attack. Basically, his LD buff gives him that, where he just hops in and he just does an attack before his turn. So with Snow, there is a particular order you want to go in. So he starts off with a free skill use. So you want to use the AA. The AA is going to give us HP regen, but it's also going to give us more Brave Gains, which that's what Snow's all about. If you want to abuse him, you want to go with a lot of Brave Gains. And then what we're going to do with Snow here right away is we are just going to go and throw on his BT effect. Basically, his BT effect makes it so you just get tons of Brave Refund, like insane amounts of Brave Refund. And so when you are basically abusing that with like Brave Gain characters, you can essentially set it up to like where you're doing a bunch of HP dumps and your Brave just isn't going down and you're like way over Brave Cap. So Snow's basically his burst effect affects Brave Cap and Brave Gains just like a ton, right? So with Freya here, what I want to do is I brought some particular calls here as well. So Rems is one of the calls that affects Brave Gain. So if you basically run a party with Snow with a bunch of like Brave Gain calls, you can basically set up a burst phase with some crazy damage dealer where they're just capping on everything and they're actually over limit. And that's kind of like the abuse that you do with him there, right? So what we're going to do with Freya, we've got to get Freya up in the air. So we're going to use her LD. And we just need to start plugging in range damage quickly here. Once Freya's up in the air, I think we'll be fine, because then every action, Freya's going to be doing her spear from the sky. And that's going to keep the orb at base. We'll do Descending Dragon. Get Freya up in the air. Spear him down. Yep, perfect. Okay, and so now Garnet will Aquamarine. And with Garnet taking a million turns, we're fine because we got Spear up in the air. Yeah, let these guys do what they're going to do. Yep, spear them down. Yep, keep the orb up. Perfect. So we've got that. And then what we're going to do is we are going to put Charlotta. This is another Brave Gain call. So we're going to put Charlotta on. And this isn't going to be like the perfect combo. Like there's, like I said, those of you that watch my videos, I'm not the crazy theory crafter, like whatever. There are other videos you can watch on Snow if you want to see like perfect setups for abusing him. I'm just doing just real basic stuff here. Just getting the base idea down. Then we're going to use Garnet's BT effect. Gosh, these bosses, like Snow's barely had turns and the boss is already like 73%. They're going to be down like probably in the 60s after this hits. And of course, the camera is really bad on that one, by the way. When Alexander comes out, it's just hit or miss whether the camera's actually going to be on him or not. Yeah, 66% there. And then Garnet just gets another turn. Garnet's just going to go forever here. Yep, that's fine. Keep these orbs going up. Okay, so Garnet, I guess we'll just throw on another Aquamarine for fun. All right, so we're going to go in with Snow's Burst effect, and then we'll kind of talk about the kit here a little bit. Yep, we'll do that. Okay, so I got the burst effect up. Now, normally what you want to do with Snow, so I did things out of order. I think I used the AA and then I went right into burst attack, but you normally want to Steel Guard. I don't think I did Steel Guard right away. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go into, we're going to put Aroha, we're going to put that call on, and then we're just going to kind of look at Snow's like numbers here because we do have the burst effect up. And normally what you'd want to do is, I mean, you could bring a different type damage dealer, but I think Snow's burst phase is going to be pretty good also. So we're going to hop into the burst phase here. So normally what you would do is you would AA and then you would Steel Guard right away because Steel Guard is going to lock on. So let's do Steel Guard just so you guys can see that. So basically it locks them to Snow, and then that gives Snow like serious Brave damage reduction and just helps him be really tanky. And then overall Snow's kit like gives the party HP damage reduction, makes them tankier, take reduced Brave damage. Just a very, very good character, right? So I won't use Frost Strike yet, but sure, we'll use Ice Ramp. So Ice Ramp is the LD. So this is the thing that gives him the follow-ups. It does have stacks on it. So when you use the LD, you get max stacks, which just makes his follow-ups hit a little bit better and makes like the buffs and auras from it a little bit better as well, right? So now we got Retribution Plus. You see more damage coming out there. But you can see like we're going to be attacking and the max Brave almost isn't even going to be going down, right? Let's look at the EX. So the EX is a pretty fast charging EX. This also locks the enemies and it just gives him a buff. And the buff from the EX is what gives the party HP damage mitigation, which is really good. So we'll pop that on. But did you look at his Brave there? Like, look at all their Brave. It's like not even going down. So because we've got so much Brave gain stuff going on, this is how you abuse Snow. So this basically is a pretty darn good setup. But just watch as I'm attacking with Snow and these characters. Even when you look at Freya's follow-ups, like look at their Brave. It just doesn't go down. It stayed above 180k the whole time. So like you're just capitalizing on damage. The follow-ups are just huge now. And because we've got Freya and Garnet doing follow-ups, like we are just melting these guys away, right? So watch this. I can just do an HP attack plus here. Brave just doesn't go down. You're just capping on everything. So Snow is like super, super abusable if you're using characters with tons of HP dumps. So Machina is going to get a C90 pretty soon. And Machina does a ton of dumps. So like Snow and Machina could be a pretty deadly combo. I mean, you could use Machina right now, C80, and it would still be fine because Machina is like busted. But yeah, these guys are basically dead at this point. I mean, I basically showed off his kit. So the main thing with Snow, right? Jump in, do the AA, do Steel Guard right away, right? And then basically what you do from there is I would pop the LD probably next. And then you can basically use the 35 for like a more damaging attack, but you want to upkeep the Steel Guard. So if his Steel Guard buffs in lock is starting to fall off, then you just want to make sure that you keep that up, right? So sure, let's go ahead and just do like, sure, we'll just do an attack. But watch, like the Brave damage is just like, doesn't go down when we attack and we do stuff. Look at that, all the dumps and it just doesn't go down. So that's basically how you abuse Snow. He's pretty darn good. So, and there's, I think Cisne is coming out and she's a character that you can really abuse with Snow. So like characters you can abuse with this effect are basically, like I said, characters with tons of HP dumps, but also like follow-up characters. Because then all these follow-ups are just doing max damage and actually above cap, which is really, really crazy. So anyways, guys, there you go. That's kind of Snow in a nutshell. Before I hop off here, I'll just give you guys a little list here. So if you're looking for like good partner effects to run in the party to help with the Brave gains. Furion, Ishtola, which Ishtola should be getting her C90 soon, and then Kieran, their burst effects really, really help with the Brave gains. So having one of them in the party with Snow can really, really help. And then for calls, basically Freya, well, you wouldn't use Snow's call because Snow's already in the party, but like Freya, Charlotta, Steiner, Rem, Quistis, Porum, and then Aroha. Those are the main ones. So in my video, I did Rem, Aroha, and Charlotta. Those are all really good calls if you want to like really abuse this effect. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Hopefully this helps. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.